Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the golf world lately, Brandt Snedeker's take on the President's Cup roster. Now, if you're like me, you've probably been following the lead-up to this event, and Snedeker's comments have definitely caught my attention. Here's the deal, he's saying the roster is wide open, and he's not buying into the whole "we need young players" narrative. But what does this really mean? Let's break it down. First off, the hook here is Snedeker's stance on youth. Personally, I think this is a bold move, especially when everyone's talking about the next big thing, Jackson Koivun. You know, the 21-year-old who just outdueled Scottie Scheffler? Yeah, that guy. Snedeker played a practice round with him and called him a generational player. But here's the kicker, he's not handing Koivun a spot just because he's young and talented. What makes this really interesting is that Snedeker's approach feels almost counterintuitive in today's sports landscape, where everyone's obsessed with building for the future. But if you take a step back and think about it, he's prioritizing something way more important, current form and proven results. In my opinion, this raises a deeper question, should team captains focus on the here and now or start planning for the next decade? Snedeker's answer is clear, he's all about winning this President's Cup. And honestly, I get it. The pressure in these events is insane, and you can't afford to gamble on potential when you've got a trophy on the line. But what many people don't realize is that this approach isn't just about being conservative, it's about respecting the grind. Snedeker's saying, prove it under pressure, and that's a mindset I can respect. It's not about age, it's about performance. Now, let's talk about Koivun for a second. This kid is a phenom, no doubt. But here's the thing, he's currently sitting at number 70 in the FedEx Cup standings. To make the team, he's got to qualify for the playoffs, and that's no small feat. Snedeker's not ruling him out, but he's also not giving him a free pass. From my perspective, this is where the rubber meets the road. If Koivun wants in, he's got to earn it. And that's what makes this whole situation so compelling. It's not about favoritism or hype, it's about merit. One thing that immediately stands out is how Snedeker's approach contrasts with other captains. Some might argue that bringing in young talent is a way to build team chemistry for future events. But Snedeker's like, nah, I'm here to win now. Personally, I think this is a refreshing take. It's easy to get caught up in long-term planning, but sometimes you've got to focus on the battle in front of you. What this really suggests is that Snedeker's not just a captain, he's a strategist who's willing to make tough calls. A detail I find fascinating is how he's handling the selection process. He's not just looking at stats, he's talking to players, coaches, and anyone who's been around these guys. He's trying to understand what makes them tick. That level of diligence is impressive, and it shows he's not taking this lightly. In a world where decisions are often made based on surface-level data, Snedeker's going deep. And that, to me, is what separates a good captain from a great one. So, where does this leave us? Well, the roster's still wide open, and the decisions Snedeker makes in the next few weeks will be huge. But here's my closing thought. In a sport where youth is often glorified, Snedeker's reminding us that experience and current form still matter. It's not about age, it's about who can get the job done. And honestly, that's a lesson that goes beyond golf. Whether you're building a team or chasing your own goals, maybe the key is to focus on what's right in front of you. What do you think? Is Snedeker onto something, or is he missing the bigger picture? Let me know in the comments below.